Captain Morthark of the Vegan Trade Consortium vessel Prosperity's Edge had seen many strange phenomena in his 47 years of interstellar commerce, but nothing had prepared him for this. His 6 sensory organs twitched as the ancient vessel materialized from the void, its quantum signature unlike anything in the galactic databases. The ship was massive, nearly 5 kilometers of hull that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. Its architecture defied modern understanding of engineering, impossible angles that hurt to perceive directly, surfaces that appeared to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, and energy readings that fluctuated between 0 and infinity. Most disturbing of all, the vessel's quantum resonance matched a signature that had been absent from the galaxy for 20 millennia. Human. "This cannot be," whispered his navigation officer, Zell-Lin, her crystalline form refracting the bridge lights in patterns that indicated deep confusion. The humans vanished during the Great Silence. No trace, no explanation. Every colony, every outpost, every ship gone in a single solar cycle. Morthark's memories accessed the historical records through his neural implant. 20,000 years ago, humanity had been one of the galaxy's rising civilizations. Not the most advanced, but innovative and rapidly expanding across dozens of star systems. Then, without warning or explanation, every human settlement had simply emptied. No signs of struggle, no distress signals, no bodies. As if the entire species had decided to step outside reality itself. The mysterious vessel drifted closer, its hull now visible in detail that defied physics. The metal, if it was metal, seemed to flow like liquid while maintaining rigid structure. Symbols covered its surface in languages that predated known galactic civilization, including what appeared to be ancient human script alongside markings that belonged to no known species. "Sir," reported the communications officer, "we're receiving a transmission. It's in 17 different galactic languages, including several that have been extinct for millennia." "Put it through." The holographic display shimmered, then resolved into a figure that made Morthark's 4 hearts skip in unison. Human in basic form, but changed beyond recognition. The being's eyes held depths that suggested they had seen the birth and death of stars. Its skin had a translucent quality, as if it existed only partially in their dimension. Most unnervingly, when it moved, reality seemed to bend slightly around it. "Greetings, children of the current epoch," the entity spoke, its voice carrying harmonics that resonated in frequencies most species couldn't even perceive. "We are the crew of the Eternal Wanderer, last vessel of the Human Ascension Project. We have returned from the spaces between spaces." Morthark found his voice with difficulty. "Human? But your species vanished 20,000 years ago. The Great Silence." "We did not vanish," the entity interrupted gently. "We evolved. Your species measure time in years, decades, centuries. We learned to measure it in cosmic epochs. What you call the Great Silence was merely our transition period." The thing that had once been human gestured, and the space around both vessels shimmered. Suddenly, Morthark could truly see what the Eternal Wanderer actually was. It wasn't just a ship, it was a pocket universe, a folded space-time construct containing entire ecosystems, civilizations, and realities within its hull. The crew wasn't a few dozen beings, but millions of ascended humans existing across multiple dimensional planes simultaneously. "We left your reality to explore others," the entity continued. "In what you experienced as 20 millennia, we have witnessed the rise and fall of 17 different universal cycles. We have seen realities where physics work differently, where consciousness itself is the fundamental force, where time flows backward and effect precedes cause." Zell-Lin's voice cracked with static. "Why? Why have you returned?" The ascended human's expression grew sad, an emotion somehow magnified by its multidimensional nature. because we discovered something in the deep places between realities. A hunger that devours universes, consuming not just matter and energy, but the very concept of existence itself. It has already begun feeding on the edges of your reality. Morthak's sensors suddenly screamed warnings. At the edge of the system, space itself was disappearing. Not exploding, not collapsing, simply ceasing to exist, leaving behind voids that hurt to perceive. Entire stars winked out of existence, taking their light, their history, even the memory of their existence with them. The null devourers. The human entity explained. They exist in the spaces where reality breaks down. We've been fighting them for subjective millennia, trying to find a way to stop them. But we cannot do it alone. What do you need from us? Morthak asked, though he suspected he already knew the answer. Evolution. Ascension. Your species, all the current galactic civilizations, must follow the path we took. Leave behind your physical forms, transcend dimensional boundaries, become beings of pure consciousness capable of existing across multiple realities simultaneously. Only then can we mount an effective defense. The communications officer suddenly shouted, "Sir, we're detecting similar vessels emerging across the galaxy. Hundreds of them." Through the tactical display, Morthak watched as ancient human ships materialized near every major galactic civilization. Each vessel was unique, clearly evolved for specific purposes. Some appeared to be mobile research facilities. Others were clearly designed for transdimensional warfare, and a few seemed to be entire civilizations compressed into impossible geometries. The Ascension Fleet, the entity confirmed. We have come to offer every species the same choice we faced 20,000 years ago. Evolve beyond your current existence or face extinction when the null devourers arrive in this reality in approximately one standard galactic year. Morthak looked at his crew beings from 7 different species, each representing millions of years of evolution and thousands of years of civilization. The weight of the decision wasn't just for him or his ship, but for every living consciousness in the galaxy. How long do we have to decide? The ascended human smiled, an expression that somehow existed across multiple dimensions. Time is relative, Captain. We can show you what we've become, what you could become. Step outside linear existence for a moment, experience eternity. The eternal wanderer extended some form of field that enveloped the Prosperity's edge. Suddenly, Morthak could see everything past, present, and future unfolding simultaneously. He witnessed the birth of his species, the development of interstellar civilization, and dozens of possible futures depending on the choice they would make. In one timeline, the galactic civilizations rejected ascension and were consumed by the null devourers, leaving the universe empty and silent. In another, they chose evolution and joined the ascended humans in an eternal war across multiple realities, becoming guardians of existence itself. As the vision faded, Morthak realized that humanity's 20,000-year silence hadn't been abandonment, it had been preparation. They had become something unprecedented, a species capable of existing across all possible realities, simultaneously, able to fight battles on scales that defied comprehension. The ghost ship waited patiently for his answer, and the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance.